after Melissa picks, you get to pick.
Jen.
Okay, so let's see. These are pens. Who needs a pen? All right, so these are pens.
Jen, this way. Jen. Do you mind passing that down? Thank you.
It's going to be $12.95 a layout for 2 pages.
Is there a yearly?
No. Here's what's here. I'll quickly on the digital. So Close to My Heart next month is coming out with online scrapbooking. So it's a bit different in that it's online, sort of like if you did
We're somewhat familiar with online. They know
okay.
it.
You guys know it, okay? So the difference is you don't have to buy software and download it, and then
so it's
update
online, but
exactly.
There's no membership.
There's no membership fee at all. So
it's just the printing.
It's just the printing. And Close to My Heart does the printing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's. Do you get the pages to drop in a book, or do they bind it?
You get the pages to drop in a book.
Okay.
And, you know, it's funny because I think we were at a party at Betsy's because I was like, you know, I know a lot of people like doing those books. But there was a woman there and she said, well, that's great, except for if you want it for ever and ever. Those books are going to start getting ripped and, smudged up and that kind of thing. So I was like, well, that's a really good point. So having
there are no page protectors.
Right.
There are no page
Exactly, so they're not being protected. So the way it works is, I think it's after you buy 5 layouts, you'll then get page protectors to go with it, included in your order. So they'll come that way. And then once you do 10 or more layouts in an order, you get the shipping for free, which I think is like $8 for shipping. So I always tell people if you're going to print, because my consultants can actually print these out now as consultants, and we get a pretty good discount on them. So really, if you think you're really into the digital scrapbooking, this is a great. I'm hoping they're going to come out with like a digital scrapbooking consultant sign-up thing. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you could get a discount on the pages. But
yeah, are there like tutorials or anything, or did you guys just get training?
We got training, but you know what? It's so easy to use. Like again, it's probably not going to be out till April, so we'll make sure that Michelle lets you know when it's available. Because all you have to do is go online to studioj.com. You upload your pictures. You choose a kit, a paper pack. So really, it'll be the Close to My Heart paper packs that you already see. So you choose the kit that you like, and then depending on how many pictures you have, you choose the layout that you want to use. So they'll be like
it's not all custom.
No, it's not all custom. It's partly custom. So let me explain. Once you choose the layout that you like, where you can drag and drop your pictures in, then you can choose what stickers you want to put on. You can choose. You can change the paper if you want within that kit.
And you change the sizes of the pictures and all of that.
Yeah, and you can flip them and you can maneuver them and you can make them black and white if you want. You can change the embellishments. You can.
It gives you some sense of structure, but not.
Yeah. So what it's great for is.
Are you familiar with heritage makers at all?
I've used them a long time ago. It's been a long time since I've used Heritage Makers. I felt really like I had a hard time with that, but that was
it was difficult, but it's totally custom. You go from Shutterfly, which you can do very little customization, to everything you got to figure out on your own, which is a little overwhelming.
I would say that this was somewhere in the middle.
Between.
This is in the middle, because here's the thing. You could just go, okay, what they did is great. I'm going to add a sticker here, and I'm done.
Right.
Or you can get cuckoo with it, and you can keep changing things around, and you can make the brads that go in the clips be purple, and you can do distressing on it.
Change colors.
Yeah, you can change the colors of the embellishments. You can sand the paper. You can it can get.
How do you rip?
You know what?
Is it already like that?
That's how it came.
Okay.
It came ripped, but I could add the spider here. I could add these stickers.
That's something I don't know how to figure out how to do in Heritage Makers.
Is to rip, is to do distressing. Yeah, so I got kind of I had issues with that, and I also like the idea of having all the different patterns and that kind of thing. And when I was doing it, there weren't enough.
That's a beautiful scalpel.
It's not beautiful.
Of that see, here's the other thing: is that my 8x10 is printed out for me now too. Done, right? And then this is actually.
So when you decide while you're making your page, no, I want this to be an 8x10. You can do it right then instead of when we're doing it with paper. It's like, oh well, I gotta go back.
You can just drag it into that well that's that size. Right. So I think this is like an 8x8. So and then I can just make all these little pictures too, and it just sizes them to be that size. So it's a lot of fun. What I love about it is that you don't have to spend $90 on a software or whatever, or pay some
Creative Memories
membership.
has software.
Yeah.
Heritage Makers, you
Pay
pay
a membership.
yearly or a membership.
What I love is that you can play with it and decide, is this something that I want to do? Do I want to turn it out?
And be done.
Do I love it? Or maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this isn't my thing. That's okay. Or you could say, you know what, let me figure out if my pictures are going to look good with that paper pack, and then I'll go order it from the shelf. So you could kind of figure out what's going to work or what's not going to work. You know, so there's a lot of different ways that it makes a lot of sense. And but you know, at the same time, I have thousands of dollars of traditional scrapbooking stuff. So Close to My Heart is never gonna not have the traditional. Like and I am not gonna be that consultant that's going to push the digital down anybody's throat. Like we're always gonna have both. So
What I thought was cool about the digital, though, and you guys probably, this wouldn't surprise you because you do it all the time, but she had her album out, and I was like, oh, how did you do this? And it was one of the embellishments, and she was like, well, that's digital as well. And I thought it was 3D. I didn't realize it was flat. I was like, okay, I'm an idiot.
you know what the nice thing though too is that I could go back and I could add these embellishments. So I could go add the white
If you want the
things.
If you want the
if you
dimension.
want to give that dimension to it. Okay, so that's
Thank you, sorry.
that's a long
I
answer
didn't
to
mean
your.
to.
No, but that's because we've been struggling with it here. Like we did it to try it, and
Well, because
Yeah.
you're so far
But your
behind.
husband would call.
Well, that's
I
the
need
nice thing.
something
Hopefully he knows our
that's
number.
faster.
Yeah, this is real. I mean,
but see, I don't like it.
Her daughter's so cute.
well, that's the thing. Like I feel like there's a lot of pages of
remember her
Lawson. Like, because I didn't start scrapbooking until Lawson was older, so I have a ton of pictures of him that I
I didn't
need
hear
to
it
get
at all,
done.
but she was right on about the Beach Boys.
And so that's why you'll see a lot of him as a baby in my book because that's going to get me caught up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she got a year done in a couple
Yeah.
months. So.
Over the snow, I got a year done.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Um,
Okay, so
and
here
I took a shower, you
Here
know.
is the spring book. So if you wanna, like, if you're just really sick of the snow flurries, which you know I wouldn't blame you
Oh, yeah, I would
because
love to
I'm
see
kind of there too. You can go ahead and look at our spring book.
Because there's a paper pack in there, that light blue and pink and brown, that I am absolutely in love with.
Oh, sorry. Did you want one of those or no? Okay.
But I love